Welcome everyone. Today I want to start by sharing the main goals of this full stack development course so you have a clear idea of what to expect and what you will achieve by the end. This is the main agenda of today. Let's start with the course goal first. So our primary goal is to take you from a beginner or intermediate developer to someone confident in building and deploying a complete web application, which is a very valuable, highly skill sought after in today's tech industry. First, we will focus on learning full stack development. This means you won't just learn front end or back end separately, but how both parts work together seamlessly. You will get hands-on experience with front-end technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap, which will help you design user-friendly interfaces. Alongside, you will dive deeply into backend development with Java and Spring Boot, where we will handle the server logic, database interaction, and API creation. Second, I would like to highlight that this course is purely project oriented. Instead of just theory, you will develop a real world app called the Task Manager. This app will cover all critical parts of full stack development, from user authentication and data persistence to responsive UI and RESTful APIs. Building this app step by step will reinforce your learning and give you a concrete portfolio project to showcase. Lastly, learning development is not complete without deployment. So an essential part of this course is to teach you how to deploy your application to a real server or cloud environment. You will learn to package your app, configure the environment, and make your app accessible to users online. This will prepare you for the end-to-end software delivery lifecycle. I can assure you that by the end of this course, you will not only understand the technologies, but also gain the confidence to create, deploy, and maintain full stack applications independently. So let's start our exciting learning journey where theory meets practical and you'll emerge as a skilled full stack Java developer ready for real world challenges. So you all must have received any email where you must have received our learning portal URL, your credentials to log in. Let me use my demo credential to take you for a walkthrough over the learning portal. You will log in with your credentials provided in your email. Let me type in a demo credential here. When you will log in first time, it will ask you to change the default password. I have already changed the default password in here, but you will directly log into the change password page. So this portal will be the central hub where you will access all your course material, assignments, communications throughout this training. Let me walk you through the main features and layout so you feel comfortable navigating it from day one. Dashboard. So this is the dashboard where we have landed. When you log in, you will see the dashboard, your personalized homepage. Here you get a quick overview of your progress, upcoming deadlines, recent announcements, and any messages from instructors. Then second, you can see here you will see my courses. So here you will see this is where your courses in which you are enrolled will appear. You click on this course and it will take you to the course section. This is where all the lessons, videos, slides, quizzes, and resources are organized in a structured way. This course is divided into many sections. These sections you can see in this left hand side bar. So if you can see, this is the first section. In this section, this is an announcement tab. Whenever there will be a new announcement, you will see it here. So you keep on visiting this section so that whatever new things are upcoming in the course, whether it is some link for joining session or some assignment is uploaded, some resources are uploaded, so they will all appear here. You can go through this, whatever is written here. It is for your understanding. It is for your understanding how to use this LMS portal. Tells you about the live classes which are right now free to attend, requirement to participate. So this portal basically, if it may happen someday you are not able to attend the live class, so we will put on the recordings in these sections here. So you can go through this live sessions recording and ask your questions or doubts. So here there is a dedicated discussion forum for you. What you can do, you will come here. Whenever you have a doubt or a query, you add a discussion topic. You can give a subject of it. Any question, whatever you want to write, you can drop the message here and you can post it. So you can see your discussion forum has a new topic. This topic, this will be a private chat between you and me. So you can put any kind of doubt regarding the portal, regarding the topics which you have learned, any doubts in technology terms, whatever you don't understand, or there is a problem while you are executing your code. Any kind of problem, you just drop a message in here after the live sessions. In live sessions, you can drop in your query directly in the session. So next section, let's see. Next section is live session details. So in this session, you will get the link to join the live sessions. Today you have already joined. From now on, if there is a change in link or something, that will be updated in this section. Apart from that, you can anytime send us mail over training@ordinatortechnologies.com if you have any problem in accessing this portal or practicing or executing code or whatever issues there. You can contact us through this discussion forum or our email support as well. Few tips that I would like to give you are that regularly check the dashboard for new announcement and deadlines. Complete sessions in sequence. These sessions, there are session 1. Today we are at session 1. So you first complete the session 1 itself. This is the course introduction, environment setup. This is what we are gonna do today. Right now it says that after this session, what I will do, this recording, I will upload it in here if you have missed it, or because this is the first time you are attending this session, so you will need to replay the session again and again and under brush up your concepts and while practicing. So this recording will be there. The code which we are going to develop today, that code will also be uploaded here. You can refer to it anytime for while practicing. Then I will also put in some other resources, because see what approach we are following. We are not starting from very scratch and going till end, because learning these technologies, front end, back end or database, they in itself will take 6 months to 1 year for you to grasp. So what we will do, we are applying a kind of a spiral model, or where we will start small and I will tell you what exactly you have to learn in those topics. For example, front end, if you learn as a whole, it will take you 3 to 4 months. And after that, when you will come to industry, you will realize that only 10% of the things are being repeatedly used, and those 90% are never used. So what we will do, we will focus on the 10%. As we build the project along, you will see I will tell you new concepts and put the resources in each section. You brush up those concepts in detail during the week before attending the next session, right? So this way you will broaden your knowledge while coding along and focusing on the things, the 10% things which are most important to build a complete application. Next, you can see here you have the profile section. You update your profile at first. Here, most important is your country. Please update your country here so that, and time zone, so that we can give you proper support as per your timelines. Okay. So this was the learning portal overview. Now let's get back to our agenda. Now let us see what is a web request and response flow. Only 10 minutes more we will spend on this slide, and then we will straight away jump into development. This is a fundamental concept that underpins every web application you will build. And this fundamental concept is the web request response flow. When a user interacts with a web application, the process starts on their device, usually through a web browser. For example, when you type a URL or click a link, your browser initiates a request to get the information or service you want. Then what happens? The browser, before it can reach the server, it needs to translate the domain name like example.com into an IP address. This happens through a domain name system which act like a internet phone directory. Okay, so we will not go deeper into this, just a flow. So after that, it reaches the server. This server is where your application will be hosted along with database. So it will host web server, application server, and database server. Here is where your complete backend code will execute. Then after that, this server will see your request, process it, and form the HTML page as a response and send it back to your browser where you will access it. And this cycle keeps on repeating. So for this complete flow, what we have to do, this entire process, it will integrate the three core components of full stack development. With the front end which is the browser part. It is built with HTML, CSS, JavaScripts, and other frameworks like Bootstrap and Thymeleaf, which are responsible for what the user sees and interacts with. The second component is the backend. This is the server-side code written in Java with the Spring Boot for our use case, which processes request, applies business logic, and orchestrates data flow. And the third part is the database, the persistent storage. In our case, we will use PostgreSQL, which will store, update, and retrieve the app's data securely. Together, these three components in Harmony work together to create the smooth user experience we expect from a modern web applications. Understanding this flow is very crucial because it shapes how you design your application, manage data, and optimize performance. In this course, let's get a hands-on experience working with all these three layers and build your own application that fully implements this request response lifecycle. Now let's see about the project which we are gonna develop. In this project, I have picked up a task manager application, which is a practical real world application designed to help users manage their daily task efficiently. For example, there will be multiple roles in there, like admin, manager, employee. They all will be able to use this application according to the permissions they have and achieve the features. The main features of this app will include user registration, authentication, so users can securely log in. They can create, view, update, or delete tasks. The managers, they can see the task progress, whether the employees are doing it on time, whether tasks are delayed, whether they are taking too much time to do it, or they have completed, so they can update the status. Then we will organize these tasks as per priority, category. Completely, this will be a completely responsive design. So your single application will work smoothly on mobile, on tablet, on desktop, right? And we will use the persistence database to store your task and save them safely. So our development approach, what will be the development approach? We will use the spiral learning model. What it will do, we will develop it in incremental stages, revisiting and improving each part of the app as we go. We will start simple. First, we will set up a basic project and build a simple homepage. Then we will start gradually adding the core features like user registration, login features, then task management functions one by one based on the user types, or we can say roles and permissions or authorities. Okay, then we will integrate front-end and backend. You will link the user interface with the backend services to make the app interactive and functional. After that, we will enhance the UI. We will introduce validations, exception handling, logging, pagination, sorting. Then finally, we will test and deploy it so that you will able to access it over the internet. Anybody will be able to access it over internet. So this iterative approach will let you build confidence, get regular feedback, and see tangible progress at every step. Okay, why we will use this approach? Because it breaks down the complex development into manageable chunks. It will reinforce learning by revisiting the topics with increasing depth each time. Each initial topic which we will learn, next time we will visit it more deeply with the depth and grasp its concept deeply. This model also encourages hands-on practice rather than just theory, and it will mimic the real-world software development workflow by using which is used by the professional teams. So let us set up the environment. First, what we will do, first let's just develop a simple HTML page first, view its content, understand the basic HTML architecture or structure, and then we will move on to installing Java, then Spring Boot and PostgreSQL PG admin. Okay, so let's begin our development journey. Before diving into the Java and Spring, it is very important to understand the basics of how web pages are built. So let's start by creating a simple static HTML page, the foundation of every website. This page will help you understand how front-end code looks and works. It will also prepare you for integrating it later with backend logics and templates. I will walk you through creating a HTML file, adding headings, paragraph, and some basic styling. By the end of this exercise, you will have your very first web page running locally. So let's get started. Now I will create a simple HTML page, new text document, name it index.html. Okay. I think this is not, this is still a text file. We need to change the view settings to show the file name extensions. Okay, now if you see, this is still html.txt. So what we will do, we will remove the .txt from back, and now it will become a HTML file. See, now this will open in browser. Just double click it. So this file is now open in browser, but it is blank. Let us now edit it. By default, HTML file will open in a browser, but we need to edit it. So let's open in a editor. This editor can be simply a notepad. You can have your own editor, but I will start with notepad. Okay. Mhm. Open desktop, all files, index.html. Let's open this code editor and this browser side by side so that we will see the output as we are coding. Hmm. Now in this, let's begin and use our first tag. HTML HTML consists of tags and elements. So whatever we enclose in this opening and closing bracket is a tag. Okay. So this is the first tag which tells the browser that this file contains HTML. Okay. So HTML, the first basic root tag we will start with is HTML. Each tag which will have a closing tag will become an element. So this has become an element. This element combines the opening and closing tag pairs. So this is the HTML. Let us say the default language which this page will display will be the ISO code of this language, EN. Then a simple HTML page consists of two major sections. One is the head, where we give the metadata which the web page needs for appropriately displaying the content. So we will open this head tag and close this head tag. Now the most important for us will be the body tag. Head tag majorly we will create once and it will be common for all pages. Body is the tag which will appear in the this area of the browser. So the head tag, it is kind of useful for the browser to understand what to display, how to display, and body tag is the designing part which will help him render the components as per the details given in the head tag. So in head, some basic attributes we will add first, like we will tell this ki what character set this is gonna use. Character set is the words which are or letters which we are typing. So this is a standard UTF-8. This we our entire page will use it to display. Now this is a single tag element, so we will close it here itself. Now let's see another important and basic tag which comes in head tag. Here what we will do, see till now nothing is being displayed here. You can see index.html file name is displayed and this page is empty. Let's give the title of this page. Let's say my first web page. Now refresh it. See, the title has changed, but still the body is empty. Now let us create something in body. Let's start with a heading. Heading 1. This is another element which displays the text as a heading. Whatever you will write inside this tag, it will render means how it will be displayed on this browser. It will render as per a property of this tag. This tag will have some built-in properties as per HTML specifications. So now let's see. Now we have something in the body part, and let's refresh this page so that it can display the content of the body part. You can see my first web page. This is displayed as a heading. Now let's add a simple paragraph using p element. We created the wrote the opening and closing tag of paragraph. This is a simple HTML page. To get started with web development. Save it, come to browser, refresh it. You can see now there are two elements in our HTML page. One is under the heading tag and another is under the paragraph tag. Okay, so this is how a normal HTML web page works. This is the simplest way to create a web page, and from here we will start building up the dynamic pages integrated with backend logic. You are free to change this simple web page first without diving deeply inside other concepts. You can create some small sections in here and just see how multiple types of HTML tags and elements behave. The link for accessing these resources will be provided in your LMS. I will give you small notes also where you are not required to go through entire HTML or CSS or JavaScript. Just go through those specific tags and elements which I will put in the notes. Those will be the most important and those will be enough for you to develop these kind of applications. Now you can see this web page was very simple one, and when we are changing the size, right now it don't have much content, so it will behave in this way, and we don't need responsive design for now. Okay, so let us just close this now for now and start setting up our full stack environment. Let's start with installing Java first. I will tell you the official links which you will use to download and set up your environment. Do not do not use any suspicious link to download any kind of software into your PC. Only follow the link which are the official links of the providers of Java, Spring Tool Suite or PostgreSQL and PG admin. So there was some problem in the PC. anyways, let's start with installing Java. So let's go to the official website for downloading Java. We will download Java long-term support from Oracle website. For now, you can see JTK 24 has been released and it is free to use in production and free to redistribute at no cost. So let us download it for Windows because I'm using Windows PC. Here you will find the packages for Linux and Mac as well. So you can go on for Windows or Linux or Mac as per your choice. I will download this exe file. Let it download. So this download is finished. Open this file. Allow. Next. Let it choose the default. Close. So Java is now installed. How you will check? Just write Java or check apps settings. Type in Java. Not here in apps. Sorry. Installed apps. Type Java. You can see Java Development Kit 24 is already installed. Now let us download STS. This is Spring Tool Suite IDE, which will help us develop Spring Boot applications with ease. So this is my preferred one, Spring Tools for Eclipse. So let this also get downloaded. Using this ID, it will help us simplifying coding by providing features like project templates, code completion, tips, integrated debugging. So which will help us focus more on our business logic and less on arranging our code. Let it finish downloading. Yes, so Spring Tool Suite is downloaded. So this let us go to the downloads folder and let me just bring this STS setup onto my desktop. Okay, this we can close. So this is a zip package. To install it, just extract all and it will start extracting. There is some error in this. Uh, it was saying a very long file path. We will have to extract it again. First, let us rename it, make it short, sts.zip. Now extract it again. While it is extracting, in the meantime, let us also download PostgreSQL setup. And let's go to its official website. On download tag, I'll download for Windows. Latest version I will download. It is download the installer. The latest is whatever is there, I will download it. Based on your location, you may see a different version, but that will not be a problem. Let the setup download. Till that time, let's see how much STS is complete. So this STS is now downloaded. Let's open this folder and here you can see Spring Tool Suite 4.4 exe. This is the file which we will run to start our STS IDE. In the meantime, Postgres is also downloaded. So let us install this also in parallel just to complete our environment setup. Click yes. You can close all these browsers now. The installer is now started. Click next. Keep the default settings. Select all the components. Let the data directory be there, or let me just keep it on another drive. On D drive I will keep it. drg. You can keep it at any directory. Just make sure where you are keeping it. Password, I'll keep it a simple password, root for now. Port the default, local default, next. Ready to install. So let it install in background and we will now run our STS IDE. Double click on this file. You can create a shortcut for this later. what I am doing, whenever you will run this STS, it will ask for a workspace location. It is the location where it will actually save the code. So that is also suggested to keep it on a partition which is separate from your local C drive. I'll keep it in D drive. I'll name it STS workspace and I will make it as default launch. You can close this browser. You may also remove this zip file. It is not required anymore. So, welcome to your IDE. If your antivirus gives a warning, choose this one option. Exclude Spring Toolsuit from being scanned to improve performance. Proceed. Click yes. Now, let us create our first Spring project. We will use this option, create new Spring Starter project. Here you can see you will get a lot of options and we will fill details as per our requirement. Name we will say Task Manager app. Type we will choose Maven. Packaging jar, Java version 24. Group we will say com dot task manager app. Description and application to manage manage tasks. Package we will say com dot task manager. Click on next. Now it will automatically put up it will automatically choose a suitable Spring Boot version. Now here you can see these are a lot of dependencies. If we are gonna write this code in plain HTML text using Notepad or Java code in Notepad, we have to set things up from scratch and it will take a lot of efforts on our side to set up this project. What this IDE does and this Spring Boot starter project, we just need to tell what kind of app we are developing. So it will provide us a basic framework and we will straight away start using our application logic for development of this app. So for now, just select web, Spring Web. In web category, Spring Web application we have selected. So what it will do, it will download all the dependencies. Dependencies means the already available Java files which will help us develop the project in terms of our business logic only. Click next, click finish. So it is now importing content and creating our project. Let it complete its initialization. Here you can see when it will be 100%, the project will be ready for further development. Right now, we have only selected the Spring Web dependency. This provides the basic web capabilities like REST controllers, embedded Tomcat server. Later on, we will need to add more dependencies like database support. Right now, in today's session, we will not be integrating database with our application. We will just go through a small brief introduction of what is MVC architecture, how this code is rendered in the browser, and according to the web request response flow, which will start from the client, it will come to our server, then it will go back to the client and display the rendered content. Here in this case, the client and server both are on our same PC. So for The address, we will use the address of our same machine, that is localhost. Okay. Now let us explore the project structure. Here you can see the project has been created. These three sections will be the core. We need to go inside them. We need to focus on, right? One is this src main Java package. Second is this src main resources. And third is the pom.xml file. These three folders or files you will need to understand and use them throughout the project development. For now, we can close all these extra tabs. Let's see what is there in pom.xml. For now, it will appear complicated, but let it be. Here you can see the details which we have provided while creating that applications are written here. This Spring Boot Starter Web we have selected, and this is added as a dependency. One more dependency it has added by default, that is Spring Boot Starter Test to write the test cases. Then some plugins are there. This we will, as we progress through our development, we will come back again and again in this file to add new dependencies. Let us close it for now. For now, it is not required. Let's just update our project once so that if there is any pending dependencies left, it will download them. You can see some things were still pending, and now they have downloaded in this Maven dependencies section. You can see so many files are already, so many jar files with a lot of code in there is already embedded for our use. You can see this application server Tomcat is also already readily available for us. Ultimately, these are packages and Java classes which are there to support our project development. And this Spring Boot framework, it helps us using Maven and Spring Boot both helps us to manage these dependencies. Now let us see what are the resource files or folder structure that we have created here. Now coming back, this pom.xml is project object model, and it is used to configure the project, add new dependencies in it as and when we need, as and when we need, and to run our projects and add new features to our project. Now this you can see src main Java. Here the package name which we have given during the project initiation has been created, and a default one Java file has been created. Here you can see there is a annotation marked here at the red Spring Boot application, which tells this application that tells this application is a Spring Boot application. To whom it tells? To the Java runtime environment. We are not going in much detail into those things for this first session. In next session, we will see all these things in detail. For now, let us just see basic structure which is created. Here you can see this is the resources. So these two folders, here we will keep our Java code. In this resources, we will keep our HTML and other static code. We will, in static code, we will put our CSS files, images, JavaScript. In templates, we will put our HTML code. So let us now run this application once. You can use run as here as a Spring Boot, or in this ID there is a shortcut. Select the app and click on the run button. Allow. You can see Tomcat started on port 8080. Started task manager application. This. So what is this port? let us open a browser. So port is where localhost port 8080. Just type this in browser. We will explain these things later on. You can see some white label error message has come. Why this has come? That also we will come up little later. Now let us fix this. In the meantime, I think Postgres is still downloading. Let it be, keep on doing it there. Now let us create our first page. New. We will go to this src main resources, templates, new, and we will create a HTML file over here. Type in HTML. We will create file, and that also is it giving HTML option? No. Let it be, just create a simple file in template, name it index.html. So this is our first main file. Let us type in the same code which we have typed earlier. Now you can see when we were typing in Notepad, it was very difficult to type each and everything. This ID is now helping us write the code. You will see indentation will be done automatically, closing tabs will come automatically. Now second was head. In head, let's put title, task manager, app, meta, charset. Character set is UTF-8. Now let's create body tag. In body, now we will, let's just say my first Spring Boot page. See, now index.html is the default file. When we were running it in browser, it ran seamlessly. But here it is still not running. Why it is not running? See what is happening, why this error page is coming. Let us now understand this. This is the server name and port, and we are trying to access its first page, root page, but it is not rendering anything, and it is giving the error. The application has no explicit mapping for /error, so you are seeing this as a fallback. There was an unexpected error type not found. What is not found? This resource path / is not found. Why it is not found? Because we have not told them where he is gonna find it. So let us create that, the path for it, from where it will come and display this. What we will do, just to organize it properly, we will create our new package. We will say controller. So here comes the first concept of a Spring Boot project, and the term which you know now, controller. You can name this package anything, but we will create a class in it now. because in Java everything is a class. Let's create a main controller. Finish. So now this is a class. In class, you can see it is public, so it can be accessed from anywhere. Class, it says this is a class. This class keyword tells this class, his name is main controller. Okay. Now let us write a get mapping at the rate get mapping. You can see this ID is helping us create resources one by one. Just press enter on it and before typing this get mapping, let us first tell this class is a controller type. What it is? Controller type. So that it will help us put in some new things. And now you see, now when I type get mapping, it will give us a ready-made code. So let us understand what this first code tells us. Get mapping. Here we need to tell the path. Path, which path? Which our browser needs to access after this port. So our path is slash. Okay. A string. This method name can be anything. We can say home page. Okay. We can keep it blank for now. Now what we have to return? New string. Let's say new string. Let's see what will happen now. Because now it should get this path. Is it getting? No. Why? We need to restart the project. We can click this button to restart. Now see. See again it is giving something. Some error has come. Let's see what's the error. Uh, this may result in unspecified view. So now you will see that we are slowly coming to the MVC architecture of Spring, that is model, view and controller. Controller we have created, it is now complaining about a view. So here we need to return a view. And what is a view? What is controller? Controller takes the request from browser and provides the view to the browser. What will be the view? View will be the files which we will put in the templates folder. So let us say index. Now let's see if it is resolved. Rerun the program. Unexpected error. Request mapping. Now run it. Let us see why this problem is coming, because it is not creating the view, and for creating the view we will need to add the Thymeleaf dependency in here. Web is there. Let us add dependency, and we will need Thymeleaf. Just write Thymeleaf. This is done. Maven update project. What's the error in here? Yes. Uh, Initially, you may find that some hiccups are there, but no worries, let it be. It happens when setting up the project for the first time. So now you see our MVC flow is there. Model we have not yet discussed. This will be, we will be discussing when we will sending data back to the view. Right now what has happened, we have set up a complete MVC flow. So now this is what is being displayed here. Now we will create task manager app. We have changed this and see running, rerun the project and see it has now changed. So today we will just focus on creating this much and introducing Bootstrap in here. So for Bootstrap, now what we need to do, let us see. We don't need stack builder for now. Postgres setup is also complete. Just finish it. Now let us go to the Bootstrap website. Bootstrap, Bootstrap, go to docs. This is what is how we are gonna implement Bootstrap in our project. Let us just add on whatever is missing. This thing is missing. Let's add it in our head. Meta name, viewport, content width. This we will go deeper slowly. For now, just let us just focus whatever minimum is required. Next, we will add this link here and this link in before the closing of the body. Okay, let us see if things are working still. Yes, you see some effect have come, things have changed. So now Bootstrap is integrated in our application. Let us now design our first Bootstrap page. Let's add a navigation bar to it first. Now we will see how we should pick up ready-made components of front end and use in our project. You can see in this Bootstrap there are ready-made, so many components are there. You can see nav bar here. If let us see a nav bar and use it. Forms, no, we don't need forms. What is in navs and tabs? Basic nav, horizontal. Let us use this one. Okay, for using this one, what you will do, we need to copy this much code, copy to clipboard and paste it in our body first. Okay. Actually, we should first paste the nav bar and then check for tabs in there. So we will choose this one. Let us pick up a good nav bar, maybe right aligned or left aligned. We can see this is a colorful one. Placement, fixed top. You can see there are a lot of options in here. We just need to pick up any one and start with it. Let us place a simple one. Let's copy this one. Place it here. Okay. You can see this is, we will put in a comment over here for our understanding. This is a nav bar. Okay. Rerun the project. Check. We will just use these two. See, you saw nav bar has come. How simple it was. Use the ready-made components. Now, for now, we will keep it simple. So nav bar here we will say task manager app or simply task manager. These things you keep it as it is for now. This will be home. This will be the second topic. Let's say we will add a features section. Okay. So remove disabled from here. Just see, this was a navigation. This is the heading of the app. We have changed it, task manager. One home is there and one features tab we have added. So home feature, and let's say we will let's add two sections for now. Okay, home and feature. So next what we will do, let's add one more component. Slider, we will use a carousel. Carousel. So another component, carousel. How it works? Basic example. Let's start with the basic only. Copy this element. This was our navigation. Next, we will, you can see it is in its div. Okay, put it in here. Arrange it. ID, we will say, let it be carousel example for now, no issues. Now we need to put in some images here. Let's see what appears for now. Slider has come, but there is no image. Let us download some good image and place it. Beautiful free images. Let us say, let's see some, if based on task something comes. Tasks. So is this free? I think this is free. Let's take this one. Open file, copy this file, and where we have to place it? In our static folder. Let us first say new folder images, and here we will paste that image. Let us rename it slide 1. Okay, now let's say try to give the path of this image source here. It is images slash slide1.jpg. Let us see if it comes. Yes, see, it has come now. Okay, so let us download two more, another free one we will download. It's here. Copy it, paste it in images. Let's say slide 2. In the second carousel item, give the same path and slide 2. Save it. Let's download one more. Default 3 were there, so let's put one more. Oh, Unsplash provides free images, so just check that you always download images which are free to use. Make it slide 3. Okay, so you can press F2 button to rename files. Here also let's put this slide 3. And by all these are by default. Previous, next, these button are by default. We just need to insert our slides. Let's run it again and see if it is coming. You can click this. See, the slider has come. But it is coming a huge size, so that also we have to see how much size we have to use. That we will see in upcoming sessions. Okay, so this is now let us just create one more section, features, and then we will wind up for today. Going on the index page again, let us create another section here. This will be custom section. Here completely we have to write. We will create a div. What is div? Div is a placeholder of HTML components. This will be the features section. We cannot copy paste everything from Bootstrap website. Whatever components are ready-madely available, that we will take, but others we have to write our own as well. So while creating this div, let us give it an ID. ID is features, then class. Now here these are the attributes. These are the HTML tags, and these two becomes the component, an element. So, and these are the attributes. These attributes tells how the element which are inside will be displayed. It helps the browser to understand the styling or the behavior of these elements inside these elements. So class now, uh, class is the styling component. We will use ready-made classes of Bootstrap. For now, just see whatever I am writing, and from next class onwards, we will go a little bit deeper in this. Okay, why container we are using, why container fluid we are not using, so that way. So in this div, let's say heading 2 we will use. Heading 2 we will say features. Okay, what are the features? For each feature, let's say, let's use simple paragraph tag for now, otherwise it will be very confusing for everybody. Add new tasks quickly and easily, then track progress, then get in sites. Okay, see this ID in navigation bar, what we have done, you can see we need to now link these two things, है ना? We will see that in a while, but before that let us just refresh it. You can see home is there, features. We should come to this section down here. Okay, so you can see this, the ID of this section is features, and we have to say href hash features. So this is a anchor tag in here, which is a very basic component of HTML. Now just let us see whether it has linked or not. Home, refresh it. See, you can see it has come here. Home, features, home. So now I think for today this much is fine. This was the first class, and in the first class we have focused on setting up environment. Just see how things are connected with each other and how the data flow. So today we will keep this session open for if you have any queries, anything. And after this session, what I will do, I will put in the more resources. To understand Bootstrap in detail, you need to understand HTML and CSS a little bit, not fully. I will tell you the exact resources. You can see we are, while developing this app today, we came through elements. HTML element we used, head we used, body we used, then we used these custom components. These are HTML5 specific, nav, div, anchor tag, button tag, list item, form, input tag, button tag. Then div already we have seen, img we have seen, span is there. Okay, class attribute is there, type attribute is there, database attribute is there, heading tag, heading element we have seen, paragraph element we have seen. Okay, script tag we have seen, body we have seen, but many of you may be very much fresher in this area, so I will give you small notes. You just go through them for the next 6 days. Before we come to the next session again, you will go through all these elements, the minimal set of elements that I will tell you. You just need to see how they work together. In this project itself, you try to add this. Ultimately, we will try to, in the next session, this feature section, we will make like this using Bootstrap, classes and components, and then another session we will add of roles and permissions, and then a footer. For now, I think this much is okay. And if you have any doubts, you can stay in the session. Otherwise, you can log off and we will meet in the next session. So what you should do before the next session? What I will do, I will upload today's code in the session 1, the notes for your study. You just review this code and try running the application in your own setup. Okay? After that, just try to explore this Bootstrap's grid component. Okay, grid layout. This layout, using this layout, we will develop this kind of layout in the next class. You can see column layout is there. I will explain you deeply what is that, but before that you need to understand this kind of code, how these divs are nested, how this class attribute is used to style this component accordingly. This okay. So the same link will be available in live session for the next session. And thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you happy coding. See you in the next session. Those of you want to stay can ask your questions in chat. I will answer them. Other people can exit if they want, or they can they can continue creating their application, and if doubts are upcoming, they can put in there. For this much setup only, let us now conclude this session today. Thank you, everybody.